Hey all. I don't know if you saw, but today SB270 was introduced as a bill in the Arkansas legislature. And unfortunately, this is not the first time that a bill like this has been introduced in Arkansas. So specifically SB270, and I encourage you to follow Intransitive for more updates and more information, is criminalizing trans people's use of the bathroom. And so I think especially when we think about these bills, it's important to think about the history of what's happened in previous legislative sessions. And there was an almost identical bill introduced during the legislative session in Arkansas by Ballinger back in 2017. Most of you who might be watching this did not know me in 2017. So I wanted to share a piece that I wrote during that time and during that legislative session about that bill, but also that is really how I'm feeling today in terms of my rage about the fact that yet again, these legislators are trying to criminalize my ability to pee in the state of Arkansas. I have a lot more thoughts than that, but I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to read the poem. And I hope, if you saw this bill introduced today and it's on your heart and your mind, you can channel some of the rage that I put into this poem. So for context, the bill claimed that we would be indecently exposing ourselves if we were to pee in public. And so the title of this poem is Indecent Exposure. I'll drop a link in my bio, but it's got a pun in it. So it's like indecent exposure, as in decently exposing the legislators as a play on words. Indecent exposure. For Ballinger in Arkansas, HB 1986, and for SB 270. Picture this: the phone's tied up to my body, and your call. Your legislator calls my body legislation, territory to exploit, explore, and skin border to picket. Our flesh a fence we can't kick down, and a tension rod keeps building a dark curtain in the photo booth we call the state of Arkansas. Arkansas, a heavy-weighted boxer of the bathroom, and the men that wish to catch us inside press the buttons on our shirts, cover the issue with a magazine, with gloss, or with a cloth. But we will not be your paper dolls to rag on. It's traditional down south to cover mirrors up for death is but a threat, an envelope you sunk our bodies in, sealed with a kissing booth and box and legislative rag. A rag, a ritual my family taught for covering untrusted mirrors. The dust of angels on here dress as they address here as a demon. If I decently expose the album of my body, the x-ray photographs of broke white bone, of taking care of business matters to me. I'm angry and I am an X-rated equation. You say you don't need my exponential fury as I'm criminal. This insane device you choose to plot appeal on. Dig me in a gravel road, a grave state of the union. Mary Magdalene with footwork, with Christ's sake, with gospel spell. You cast me out and cast yourselves on us. And which strange man will hurl their power, law, or suit into me? Or the girl I hurl into the toilet with my dick stalled up beside you? And I wonder, can I throw upstream of last night's supper in your bathroom without a stranger claiming that I lack neutrality? Shift gears and they say, wait for rights at the right time. Shift gears and they say, we'll get our bodies back together on the other side of Arkansas's state lines. That tired line for sitting still, for shitting on our shutterbug. Look at the lens, the scope, the micro and the macro. Aggression here, I shudder to think of living in this object dream. Sickle, hammer, simmer down with system is to pumps I wear and stem is to the grass we rooted in. I bet you know the bill of right wing is a dollar bill we curled and burned. The face of precedence. He cowered under the tablecloth and curtain scrap. A bone to pick clean as a whistleblower blow off steam, and body heat without their hesitation. The infiltration of the waterworks, and will I even cry against your heavy curtain? Your photo booth, your spectacle, your third right rings, nothing left but to do but cross your fingers. Throw a rock and roll of toilet paper, chain of dolls and seams. We are not pictures to be taken down into a dark room, into a cell, into a system. We won't pose for your crude poster. And the only threat we pose is calling you out as a card player, gambling trans lives as coin, as ante-up, and offering us as portion for the foxes. For the prey in Christ's sake's name, we will be forsaken by the stakes. The stakes you raise will never fork the road I travel on. I walk on wagers, waterworks, I bet your bottom dollar bill, and household income traffic. If I'm hit, then you're the road killer. Of deity, of agency, of every not for me. You knot the rope and dangle apple for the Christian's hoarse throat, and picture taker, what child's this but a body coined as worthless? You kill us off as predatory, and watch other folks buy the body for a small town natural history museum. We are taxidermied tears of holy water running engine. They say, don't blow this out of proportion. I say, fuck your frame and save your grace.